Hey, it's Friday, June 12th right now. I just spent about 5 days at the general store there in Kennedy Meadows. I got there on Sunday and it is now Friday. So almost 6 days. And had to take a big long break because of my ankle. Spilling boiling water on it was not the short healing process that I thought it might be. And I kind of knew that. I was just lying to myself so that I might be able to hop back on trail a little faster. But it was good to take some time off. Critter and I did a couple of day road trip with a rental car. I'll show you that. And then we just went up to the general store. She dropped me off. She took the car back to Tehachapi and then hitched back up to Walker Pass. Not exactly where we left off, but it was just a good way to keep us close together. But she got to walk more miles and I got to rest, so that was good. But now we are starting the Sierras. I've got my bear can strapped to my back. It's really not much fun. It's about a 40-pound bag right now, which is probably more than I've ever carried. But this just very awkward. Luckily I have no food in there right now. It is only my tent. Technically I don't have to have any food in that bear can until mile 30 into the Sierras, I believe it is. So that officially marks the point in which I will need to carry food in my bear can, but still not during the day. So I will put my food into my bag and carry my lighter stuff up on top inside the bear can. That way I don't have to carry a bunch of heavy food on the very top of my bag. That would make me very top heavy. So yeah, it's about 11 o'clock right now. Starting my way into the Sierras. It's very hot still. My ankle feels okay. Not much rubbing right now, so that's good. But I gotta go back to using my poles, so see you on trail. Just a few more updates from the last video that I took. So all the way back in Tehachapi, which feels like years ago at this point, we got that box in the mail. So we had already planned on taking 2 zeros to wait for the box, but then after those 2 zeros, my ankle still wasn't healed. That's when we rented the rental car. But in that box was a pair of boots that I could no longer wear because they were like ankle-high boots, and there was no way I was going to be able to put them on with the way my ankle was. I tried it a few days ago back at the general store and still wasn't feeling great, so bought new Topo shoes. Same type of shoes that I was wearing previously, the Topo Trail Verse, Ultra Verse, something like that. Number 5. I had the number 4s to start the trail, and I got them at a discount, but now they only have the 5s available, so I had to upgrade. So far they feel pretty good, and they don't hurt my ankle nearly as much. So again, after the road trip, headed to Kennedy Meadows, hung out there for a few days, and now we are about 6,000 feet up, and we got about 4,000 to 6,000 feet higher to be. So we're gonna camp around 10,000 almost every day through the Sierras and go up between 12 and 14,000 pretty consistently. So We're gonna do Mount Whitney here in a few days, which is super exciting. Tallest peak in North America, I believe. No, Denali, the continental United States. That's Mount Whitney. Highest peak in the continental United States. Pretty cool. So we will be on top of that in about 4 days, I believe. But first things first, gotta enter these Sierra Mountains. So on Critter and I's road trip, we went to the Alabama Hills near Lone Pine, and then we visited the ancient pine forests, the bristlecone pine forest, and that is near Big Pine. And then we went up to Mammoth Lakes to see Mono Lake. We also spent some time in Bishop, just because Bishop is a cool little shopping town. And yeah, so those are all the towns that we'll be going through as we visit the Sierras. So when we do need to resupply, we'll probably go to Lone Pine or maybe Bishop. And then our last resupply of the Sierras will be in Mammoth Lakes. So it was pretty cool to see all those little towns and already kind of have some intel on what to expect when we get there. Lone Pine has McDonald's, so that puts that pretty high on the list. So yeah, those are the updates. Pretty excited to get into the Sierras, get back on my feet, and start hiking again. It's been a long, 11 days of zeros. And 11 days is as many zeros as we took on the Appalachian Trail entirely. So we've already done more zeros here on the PCT than we did on the entire Appalachian Trail, which is pretty wild. No big deal. We're back on trail now, feeling good. Got my bear can, and we are ready for the Sierras. So I figured this would be a good point to give a full recap, since I think this will be a good place to start watching if you haven't been watching already. So I am 30 days in on the Pacific Crest Trail with my girlfriend Critter, aka Lori. Her and I met on the Appalachian Trail last year in 2025, and we decided midway through the Appalachian Trail that we would try to keep this thing rolling and get together on the PCT. So here we are, a little over 700 miles in. I think we just hit 710 about a mile ago. So about to enter the Sierra Nevada range. Very exciting, although today it is still very hot. Hoping it cools down as we get higher and higher into the elevation. But yeah, so her and I met on the Appalachian Trail last year, and yeah, we really enjoyed each other's company. And so here we are on the Pacific Crest Trail, about 30 days in. I just spilled some boiling water on my ankle, so I am fresh off of about 11 zeros and feeling good. Really excited to get back on trail now, and we're both just really looking forward to the Sierra range. Very exciting, and for now, as I always say, we'll see you on trail. This meadow in particular is really starting to feel like the gateway to the Sierras. Probably can't see it, but there's some snow on that mountain way up there. Super exciting. I've got about 40 pounds on my back, 7 days worth of food, because we plan on doing Mount Whitney and then getting into Independence on Route 395, which is kind of right along the same stretch as Lone Pine, Bishop, Mammoth Lakes, all that. But we've got about 7 days to get there. If we do about 16 a day. Right now we've got about 3.5-ish miles to go to camp, and it's only about 4 o'clock right now. So making a good time. We'll be to camp pretty early, and it looks like it might be a beautiful one if we stay in this meadow. Oh man, this is so nice. Very exciting to enter the Sierras, and it's only going to get better and better from here. The first half of the day, there really wasn't much to take video of, but now it's really starting to show out. This is beautiful. A little bit of breeze up here too. It's amazing what breeze and trees will do to your mood. This is already 10 times better than the desert. Way better. You got trees, you got breeze, you got birds again. What's not to love? Already seen a ton of rabbits and squirrels and mice. So just more active with wildlife up here already, which is great to see. I'm afraid tonight's campsite's gonna be very windy though.